The laughter stung more than the words. I sat at the round, white-clothed table, half hidden behind a glass of untouched champagne, and watched my wife twirl in the arms of another man. The string lights above flickered softly, bathing the dance floor in a golden haze. The bride and groom were long forgotten. The crowd's attention had shifted. Everyone noticed the way Emily laughed with him, her so-called best friend, Tyler, as though they were the ones celebrating their union. I wasn't even sure how the conversation started, but I caught the part that mattered. A woman at the table behind me asked Emily, "Wait, aren't you married?" Emily, without missing a beat, leaned in closer to Tyler and said, loud enough for everyone nearby to hear, "Not really. It doesn't count when he's boring." Then came the laughter, hers first, sharp and cruel, followed by his, and then a few others nearby who didn't know me well enough to care. And me. I just sat there, hands folded in my lap, pretending the joke hadn't shattered something deep inside. The slow burn of betrayal. Emily had always said Tyler was just a friend. They grew up together, shared secrets, knew each other's families. "He's like a brother to me," she'd insisted whenever I raised an eyebrow. "But brothers don't touch you like that. Brothers don't pull you in by the waist, forehead pressed close, moving as if the world outside the music doesn't exist." I felt like a ghost at my own table. Every time Emily's heels clicked across the dance floor, it was another reminder that I didn't matter. Not here, not tonight. Strangers saw what I tried to deny. She was more alive with him than she'd been with me in years. When the slow song ended, I thought maybe she'd come back, sit beside me, squeeze my hand, whisper something about how silly she'd been. Instead, she tossed her head back, laughed at something Tyler whispered, and let him spin her into the next song. The wedding photographer even snapped a picture of them. I saw the flash, saw Emily pose with Tyler's arm draped over her shoulders, her smile wider than any she'd given me in months. I couldn't breathe. The silent drive. We left the reception around midnight. Emily was flushed from dancing, hair sticking to her neck, still laughing about some joke Tyler made. She slid into the passenger seat and sighed. "God, that was so fun. I haven't danced like that in forever." I gripped the wheel tighter than I should have. "You didn't even dance with me once." She waved me off, still scrolling through her phone. "Oh, come on, Daniel. You don't like dancing. You never have. You just sit there looking miserable. Tyler makes it fun." The way she said his name, it was too soft, too comfortable. I wanted to say more. To scream, to demand, to make her see what she was doing to me. But instead, I drove in silence, headlights carving a lonely path home. The empty bed. That night, Emily fell asleep quickly, exhaustion and champagne lulling her into soft snores. I lay awake beside her, staring at the ceiling, replaying her words over and over. "Not really. It doesn't count when he's boring." If I was boring, then what was I to her? Placeholder. Paycheck. A safety net until someone more exciting came along. I turned onto my side, studying her sleeping face. She looked peaceful, almost innocent, as though she hadn't just humiliated me in front of an entire wedding hall. The anger in me twisted into something colder. At 3 a.m. I slipped out of bed, grabbed a blanket, and went to the couch. For the first time in our marriage, I didn't want to share the same space with her. The confrontation. Morning came, gray and heavy. Emily padded into the living room, yawning, hair tangled. She stopped when she saw me on the couch. "What are you doing out here?" she asked, her voice groggy. I didn't look at her right away. "Did you have fun last night?" She smiled faintly, rubbing her eyes. "Yeah, Tyler and I always have fun." "Why?" "Because I sat at that table for 3 hours, watching my wife dance with another man while she pretended I didn't exist." Her smile faltered. "Daniel, you're overreacting." "Am I?" I finally met her gaze. "When someone asked if you were married, you said, 'Not really. It doesn't count when he's boring.' Do you have any idea how that felt?" Emily froze. I saw the flicker of guilt cross her face, but she masked it quickly. "It was a joke. You're taking it way too seriously." "A joke?" You embarrassed me in front of strangers. You made me feel like I wasn't your husband at all." She sighed, crossing her arms. "You're twisting this. I was just trying to be funny. Tyler gets my humor, that's all. You're always so sensitive." Her words cut deeper than she knew. In that moment, I realized something I'd been avoiding. She didn't respect me. Not as her partner, not as her husband. Maybe not even as a man. The breaking point. I stood, blanket slipping from my shoulders. "If Tyler understands you so well, maybe you should have married him." Her eyes widened. "What's that supposed to mean?" "It means I'm done being the punchline in my own marriage." I walked past her, heart pounding, anger and sorrow mixing in my veins. I needed a wife, not someone who laughs at me in public and calls it love. "Daniel, stop being dramatic," she snapped, following me down the hall. "It was just one night, one stupid comment." "No, Emily. It wasn't just one night. It's been years of this. Years of you chasing excitement, making me feel like I'm never enough. Last night just made it clear." I grabbed a small suitcase from the closet and started tossing clothes inside. Her voice trembled now. "You're leaving? Just like that?" "Yes." My throat tightened, but I kept packing. Because I'd rather be alone than stay married to someone who thinks I'm a joke. The aftermath. She tried to stop me, hands clutching my arm, tears streaming. "Please, Daniel, don't do this. I didn't mean it. You're twisting everything." "I love you. Do you?" I asked quietly. "Or do you just love having someone who won't fight back when you cross the line?" She didn't answer. I pulled free, grabbed my keys and walked out the door. The morning air was cold, crisp against my skin. My chest ached, but for the first time in years, I felt a strange clarity. Epilogue. A different kind of silence. It's been 3 weeks since that wedding. Emily's called, texted, begged me to come home. She says she's sorry, that she didn't mean it, that she'll change. But I replay that moment in my head. Her laughter, Tyler's arm around her, the way she dismissed me without a second thought. And I know it wasn't just a slip. It was who she had become. The silence in my new apartment is heavy, yes. But it's honest. It's mine. And Emily. She woke up alone that morning, and she'll keep waking up alone. Because once respect dies, love doesn't survive much longer.